Hey food lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make a very soft and delicious bread. You don't even have to go to the store anymore. You can make this at the comfort of your home using ingredients you probably have in your kitchen. Don't go anywhere. Making bread is a very simple process. The full ingredients will be in the description box below, so let's get started. First thing first, you need to prove your yeast. This takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Using warm water, this is also a good process to know if your yeast is good to go. The next step is mixing your dry ingredients like your flour, your sugar, your salt, your milk powder, your milk flavor, your vanilla flavor, just any other ingredients you wish to add to it to make your bread soft, fluffy, and taste good. As usual, give that a stir. Now it's time for our wet ingredients. Go in with your bloomed yeast and some water. You want to add the water little by little. It's time to get your hands dirty. You can use a spoon, a wooden spoon, a spatula. You can also use your hands. Just mix the water in until the mixture becomes a dough. At this point, you just need to massage the dough. You are not kneading yet, just to make all the ingredients come together. And if you are still having some dry ingredients that is not like combining with the already formed dough, just add a little bit of water and mix everything until there are no dry ingredients left. Now it's time to knead the dough. You are going to knead this very well. You can actually knead this on your work surface, but I prefer to knead a little bit in my bowl before doing it on the work surface. Remember that person owing some money, or someone promised you something, or someone is getting you angry, or you're mad at someone. This is the time to take your frustration, your anger on the dough. At this stage, you're going to go in with your butter and it's going to get a little sticky and a little messy, but just trust the process. Now just massage the butter in until the butter is completely absorbed by the dough. Some people might wonder, I don't like to get my hands messy, I don't like to get my hands dirty. You can use a stand mixer actually if you have one instead of using your hands. This makes it faster and kneads the dough properly. You're going to knead the dough until it is soft, it is not sticking to the board. This takes about 10 to 15 minutes if you're using your hands, but it takes lesser time if you're using a mixer. At this point, I realized my dough was a bit sticky, so I just sprinkled a little bit of flour. Remember, I don't want your dough getting too hard, so just sprinkle a little bit of flour and just knead it until you get the desired texture you want. Another way to know if your dough is ready is making a little dent in the dough with the tip of your fingers. If it comes back up immediately, then your dough is ready. Place it in one place for about 30 to 45 minutes and allow it to prove. After 45 minutes, your dough should have doubled in size. Just go with your fingers to release any air trapped in the dough and just bring everything together. Next, transfer the dough onto your work surface and just give it a little bit of massage before cutting into your preferred shape and sizes. At this stage, you can divide the dough into 2 parts, and I'll be cutting the other part into smaller pieces. You can actually use a scale to measure this or just eyeball it to the perfect shape so everything is the same size. The next step is how to shape your dough. I'll be showing you 2 ways on how to get the perfect ball shape. The first part is folding the edges right to the middle of the dough, and using the back of your palm, you're going to cup your hand a little bit and just shape the dough until it forms a nice ball shape. So I'll be doing another one, guys, so you can get it clearer. Just fold it in right to the middle and curve your hand a little bit and just shape the dough until it forms a nice ball shape. And that is it. That is the first style. Now you want to get out your baking pan or your baking tray, lining it with a parchment paper, a baking paper. Remember, always grease your pan before putting the parchment paper to make it stick to it. So now just drop your already shaped ball in it. The second style is quite similar to the first one by placing the dough flat on your palm and bringing the edges together right to the middle until you get a smooth dough. And also you have to cup your hand a little bit to form into a nice ball shape. Another way you can also shape your dough is by using your work surface, and you don't want your work surface to be flat when you want to shape. Just place the dough onto your work surface, cup your hand a little bit and move your hand in a circular motion until the dough is formed into a ball shape. For the second part of the dough, all you need to do is flatten the dough onto your work surface into a small rectangle, a small square, using the tip of your fingers. You can also use a rolling pin for this. Once you've achieved the desired length, bring the edges together right to the middle, and once that is done, using the heel of your palm, you push forward and you roll, push forward and you roll until you have a nice rolled out dough. For this, I'm going to be using the normal bread pan. You can also use any pan or any baking tray of your choice. You can actually bake this directly, but if you want a pull apart effect, just cut into tiny pieces as I am doing. This is totally optional. Then after cutting, just place each piece into your baking tray, just like when the dough was before. Just assemble everything together. Once you are done with all the pieces of the dough, cover and let it cool for at least 20 to 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, your dough should have doubled in size and it should look like this. Now it's time to egg wash. Egg washing your dough gives it that golden brown look after baking. Once you are done egg washing, bake at 170 to 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. And guys, our bread is finally ready. Look how nice this is looking. So the next step I did here was just brush the top of the bread with butter. This is totally optional, but if you want that shiny look, that shiny effect, I recommend this. Guys, this is looking so nice. Now it's time for the pull apart effect I was talking about. See how nice, see how soft this is. You can see even by pressing it, it comes back together. This is very soft, super delicious, super easy to make. You can easily make this at home. You can bake it for kids, for events, for parties. You can also try this recipe when you're making maybe burger buns or dinner rolls. Would you be trying out this recipe? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like and share if you haven't. Thanks for watching this video to the end. See you in my next video. Bye.